Hi everyone, James here with another Transformers review. This time I'm doing a review of Transformers Prime Deluxe Class Soundwave. So firstly, in the event that any of you notice something odd, it's that I'm actually recording this video using my new iPhone 4, thus I am able to hopefully present this to you in high definition. So if you have the option, go for it. So, moving on, here we have Soundwave in his vehicle mode, and just for the record, this, I believe, well, I know it is, I'm just trying to figure out the correct name for it. This is a military drone, surveillance drone, not the tiny little circular things you'd see in the movies, but, you know, this is just the thing you see hovering above or flying into battle or whatever. But basically, Soundwave here is the very first Transformer in the Transformer franchise to basically inherit this vehicle mode, and actually, Soundwave makes it work, which is the number one thing you'd expect not to hear. Now, in Soundwave's vehicle mode, he is jam-packed with detail. I mean, for one thing, he has little energon highlights for the Decepticons. Only problem is, if I sharpen them, there we go. Only problem is that they're pink. On the show, they're purple. So this is the only thing that I'm not a huge fan of. Having said that, it still works out okay. There you go. Color scheme wise, Soundwave, other than the pink, he is sort of dark grey sort of color scheme in there. He's a very pale blue. Well, it's more like a metallic pale looking blue. Well, you know it when you see it, okay? A few little bits of black, and beneath he actually has a few dark blue highlights. So yeah, pretty good. Now, other than the detail, which is phenomenal, Soundwave actually does have a little bit of a landing gear, which is actually quite nice. Now, he doesn't have any in the back unless you wanted to fold these down. And I'm after realizing it's too dark. There we go. Now, these little bits, you can use these as landing gear. Only thing is, whenever you do that and try to move it along, kind of drops. Now, this figure's been out who knows how long, but I've only really uncovered that a little bit recently. Now, here's the thing. Now, as with any Soundwave, he comes with his faithful little servant, Laserbeak, who can be easily stored beneath, and just flew off. Now, let's see. Yeah, after deploying Laserbeak, all you need to do, in fact, all you need to do is take these little wings, fold them up, and there you have Laserbeak. Now, like his boss, Soundwave, Laserbeak is just full of detail. I mean, the wings are just chock full of it, despite being so small, on either side. The face, despite being a basic drone, Laserbeak looks pretty darn cool, and the basic blue and dark grey colour scheme is still here. But I still think this looks great. Now, you can actually keep Laserbeak in one of two spots. The first is beneath here, where, you know, he's normally stored in the show. The other is this little hole on the top of Soundwave, and using this little bit beneath Laserbeak, you can actually have Laserbeak be stored on top. So, yeah. No, I still think that looks pretty good, despite looking so weird. Yeah, it's just, yeah, that does look a little bit weird, but still, great little drone of a thing. By the way, if you hear noises, that's family. I'll just plug Laserbeak back into the bottom here, and yeah. So besides that, I think it's safe to move on to robot mode. Sharpen the quality again. So, after folding up the landing gear, first thing you want to do is, taking either wing, just disconnect them. In fact, Well, I'm loving the camera on this thing. Basically, just remove the wing from the side here, on either side, and just fold them up a little bit. Not too far, good. Just like that. Then, taking the front of the jet, all you need to do is just fold up the top bit and fold forward this. Take the feet and fold them down. Okay. Now you can actually move these here a little bit more, but I'll show that off later. Actually, I'll actually have to raise the camera for this next bit. There we go. So after doing that, just split the legs then from the top here. There you go. Just fold in, then take the legs, fold back to give like a chicken leg look. Okay. Basically the same thing again for the opposite side. And you can actually fold down this little bit of a knee pad, which looks good. Then this is the bit that I want to show off to you guys. You can actually move these little pieces here, and you can actually use these as additional heel spurs. Again, family with the background noises. Now, you don't need to do this, but I think it just puts these to good use, if you ask me. So basically, there we have the legs done. Now, if I can stand... There we go. Now, after doing that, just take these little Laserbeak blades or wings and just fold them up to the top. Then, taking the wings, just fold up into the slot like that, and then just push up. There we go. So basically, same again. Perfect. Same again here. There we go. Then, taking the top of the wings, just split in and fold down. Push in and fold down. Now, then after doing that, just fold out the rest of the arm, like that. Disconnect the wing, fold out the arm, and there you have one of his arms. So same again for this side, fold out, split, bend. There we go. Now, as for the top bit, actually no, yeah, that's better. Now, as for the top, be aware there's a little bit of a spring here, so the head's going to come shitting forward. So first, you take this wing section and fold back, and immediately you can see his head. Then, by folding it the rest of the way out, yeah, his head actually, because of his head antennas, he actually gets stuck. But if you fold it out the right way, and actually, there we go. Then after that, take this little back section, fold it in, and fold the wing section back up. Okay. Then just this little piece here, you can actually push it forward, which gives Soundwave a little bit of a crooked back look. And yeah, that actually just about does it. Now, if you want to fix up the figure, you are more than entitled to. So after doing that, here we have Soundwave in robot mode. If you ask me, I think this guy just looks amazing. I mean, the detail in robot mode is phenomenal. Now, if I can actually just close up on his head. That'll do. Now, I just think his head looks incredible. Now, this has to be by far one of the strangest Soundwaves ever made, in the fact that, well, he has no face. But seeing as how it is show accurate, I am willing to give it that. So yeah. Oh, blurry. There we go. Now, in terms of articulation for Soundwave, there is quite a bit. You actually get the head goes side to side, it gets 360 on the spot. Now, because of the spring in the transformation, you can actually move his head up for different poses as though the neck actually works. Yeah, so that's pretty darn good. The arms, they fold up and down 360 on the spot, all from this little joint in here. Now, because of the wings here, just be careful as you're folding it round. But it actually also folds in and out here due to the transformation. It bends here, up above the elbow, rotates 360 on the spot here, just avoiding anything complicated. Then it bends at the elbow, which is good. And then the actual bit for the transformation with the arm, you can actually use it if you want to. Again, that little black hinge there, it folds in and out if you want to, and I need more light. It actually folds up and down. Soundwave gets 360 waist articulation, which very, very few of the Transformers Prime figures have, so it's great to see on Soundwave. The legs go forward and back, in and out, pivot 360 just below. Well, actually, they don't pivot 360 because this little piece at the top hinders them from doing that. But basically, it rotates almost 360. It pivots in out here. Now, there isn't any official knee articulation other than this. But personally, I wouldn't really classify that as knee articulation. But to be honest, it's okay if you ask me. Then the feet, they actually move. They pivot about all of the rest, and because of all the moving parts, you can have quite a bit of additional posing. So basically, Soundwave is a pretty posable figure, provided it works out. Now, with this figure, it is all about balance. And while some figures are incredibly easy to stand, Soundwave's very thin feet actually make it difficult to do so, which is a little bit of a downside, but nonetheless. And seeing as how I nearly forgot about it, I'll just take Laserbeak out, fold him outward, and then using the same peg as before, Soundwave has two little holes in either hole of his hand, so all you need to do is do this, and voila, Soundwave has Laserbeak. Now, despite having very little knee articulation and having what looks an incredibly scrawny little body, Soundwave here has to be the #1 most screen accurate figure from the Transformers Prime line. I mean, you have Laserbeak, which is very important and very cool and screen accurate on the one. You have Soundwave, who is 95% screen accurate. Okay, sure, there are a few downsides, like this entire chest piece in vehicle mode, but besides that, this is a good figure. Now, my previous strongest figure that I thought was the #1 most screen accurate figure other than Soundwave was Wheeljack. I loved Wheeljack. When I saw 1 or 2 reviews of this guy, I thought, no, I'm not getting him. When I did get him, I was amazed at how awesome this thing was. Now, if you're like me and you're very picky, you will actually enjoy this figure for the amount of detail, articulation, and, well, just about anything you want from a Soundwave. And so, this is this review complete. Okay, this is Knight/2020 Junior. Subscribe to my channel for videos and more. Like me on Facebook by searching for Knight/2020 Junior. Have a nice day, see you all around. Until next time, bye everyone, and take care.